hello.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Manila, and welcome
Good
to another
evening sa
episode
inyo.
of Missosology Beauty Talks. And today we are joined by former Missosology correspondent Stephen Diaz to welcome our very special guest, the Philippines' fifth Miss International winner, live from Toronto, the beautiful Miss Bea Rose Santiago. Hi, Bea.
Hello. Hi,
Always
guys.
beautiful,
Thank you
Bea.
for having me. I'm so excited.
Tagal naming hinintay.
We were just waiting for the
Finally.
perfect timing,
Oh my
Bea.
God. Are you guys gonna grill me or something? But natatakot ako.
To start off, how are you and how have you been doing lately?
I'm doing well, obviously I was like a little bit scared a few months ago, but now I'm so much better. I dance every day. I talk to all of my friends. Actually, I like it. Parang it was a bittersweet good thing because I reconnected to all of my friends, even the friends that I have since I was in grade one in like province, and it's fun to reconnect and to just to get to know them much better than how I used to know them.
So
Great.
it's nice
Meaning,
to
these are your friends from the Philippines, or where in the Philippines specifically?
Well, all over the place, like I have friends in Masbate,
Uh-huh.
in like in Cebu, people in America, in England. I've even I just it was just fun, and there's so many celebrations that I get to see through the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's actually parang I became deeper,
We
because
all are.
yeah, and even in my neighborhood when I walk or when I go for a run or I walk my dog, it's a different mood. Like the quarantine have given us a different perspective, I guess. Kaya let's just hope dumami yung population. There's more people.
Yes, we lost a lot as well.
Yeah, so I guess I guess it's up for us to multiply.
Wait, speaking of which, your mom is
Uh-huh.
already pressuring
Yes,
you to give a.
she is right beside me, and she wrote me a little note. Positive, positive, be positive. That's what she said.
Different
Oh my
positive.
God. I know. It means behave. That's what she meant. I have my tea here.
Yeah, don't worry, tita. Hindi naman po namin i-grill si Bea today.
I know.
No,
No, no, no. She's not. She's not. She doesn't. She trusts Stephen. She's afraid of me.
Ah,
She's not
last
afraid of
week
you
your
guys.
live was smashing. It was really.
Thank you.
It
Thank you.
was. I
it
was
was so
asleep.
fun.
I woke up early in the morning, and then I saw you and your mom doing your IG live. It was like, what is going on here? Then I didn't even realize that I was still using the Miss International IG account. It
I
wasn't
know.
my
I
account,
saw.
so I was like,
Oh,
I was sending comments. I was posting comments, and then I realized, oh my goodness, it's a
and then
Miss
you
International.
realize.
It's not my personal.
I kind of knew it was you because it was like just the way you talk. It was very you.
Okay. All right, but anyway, now just what? Please let's greet first some people who are actually watching, especially those who have contributed
Oh.
to watch. Aurelia,
Hi, Ate Al.
I
Ate
think
Al is
she's
watching.
sharing this to everyone right now.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yes. Actually, she was prepared. The day that you guys have posted it on Facebook, she already shared it to all of my family. We have it in our walls, in our chat group. Everybody received it.
Yes, hello everyone, especially I
I
think
love you, Ate
those who are
Al.
in Masbate. I think
Yes,
they are
people in
watching.
Masbate. Oh my God. Hi. Hi to all of my family, my friends, titos and titas, and people I grew up with. Hello. I'm back.
Okay,
And
now
okay, now yeah, I want to shift gears a little because you already mentioned Masbate. So
Yeah.
You came from a very humble background in Masbate. So back
Mm-hmm.
then, as a little Bea, did it ever cross your mind that one day you will be joining beauty pageants and will become a beauty queen?
Actually, I was never little because I've always been super tall.
Ah,
So, so like that little giant Bea. I guess I have never, but my dream before was to become the next Kate Moss. I wanted to become
mhm.
a supermodel. That was my dream. And then it became I wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model. And then and then it was later in life. I think when my mom saw Venus Ra in Beanie Beanie, that's when she have pushed me, forced me to believe that I can win a beauty pageant. And that's when I started thinking. And I was around 22, 21 years old when I had that. And then I had 1 year to think about it. And then I moved to Asia. Parang, I lived in the Philippines. I did mutya. I left again because I was so homesick. It was just very difficult for me to live in Manila because I have never lived in Manila. Although I was born there, I was raised in the province, and then I moved here in Toronto, and I moved back. It was a culture shock in Manila. And then I have to decide after. I think the people that really helped me to stay was Tito Raj, the KF camp, and my best friends, Parul Shah, Hannah Season, Maggie Wilson. Those are the girls that really, made me realize that I have to stick it through this. And then I met my boyfriend, and he helped me as well. And then I decided to plant my seed there. I got like a small little studio, um yeah, a studio, and what do you call that, like a bachelor,
Retrospad.
a bachelor's pad. And I adopted a
Bachelorette's pad.
dog, bachelorette's pad. And then I adopted a dog, and that's how I started. That's how I slowly became um relaxed and
Mhm.
comfortable living alone, a 22-year-old first timer in Toronto, I mean from Toronto to Manila. And it was amazing in the middle of Cubao. Imagine that. I lived in Cubao. And at that time,
Here,
because I was,
Green Filipinas
oh my
headquarters.
God. Yes, and I have to commute because there's no, in I think it was in 20th Avenue, there's no, not a lot of taxis, so I had to take the
Yes.
tricycle and the jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
so it was
oh, it's
fun.
like the heart of Manila because that's where most of the
Crazy things.
yeah
A lot of
I think
crazy
that's
things
where most
happen
of the
there.
bus stations are that
Oh
leave
yeah.
Manila. It goes in and
Oh
out of Cubao.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
from a
It's
province
a
guy,
very busy. Yeah, exactly. So I lived everything. I lived like the super slow life, like the 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. life of the province, to 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. life in Toronto. And then in Manila, which is like 24 hours open.
24 hours. Yeah.
So it was a big, actually it was a big culture shock. But it was part of the journey that made me stronger. And I think if I haven't lived in Cubao, I wouldn't be able to win, because I really endured a lot of like soul searching. I did a lot of, like um self healing, self evolving in Cubao.
Mhm.
And I became such a street smart person there. I learned how to drive in Cubao. I swear. Day two of my driving lesson, I was already driving in the busy Cubao intersection, and I
uh-huh.
was screaming. Ah! I was like, oh yeah, but I
Super traffic pa
survived.
naman doon.
Oh yeah, imagine that. I was
Yeah.
screaming. I'm almost crying, but I enjoyed it, and it was like parang, how your parents would just throw you in the swimming pool. That's what happened to me, and I learned, and I
And
learned.
so, yeah, you mentioned you lived in Cubao. So the goal was really to go into Binibini Pilipinas talaga.
But this was already
Yes,
after Mutya
Yeah.
ng Pilipinas, right? It
this
Yeah.
was
was after Mutya
after Mutya ng
because
Pilipinas.
during Mutya, I really just wanted to win because I want to use that money for my university.
Okay.
So my winning prize, I use it to pay for my university, and then had another few months to think about it in Toronto, and then I had a boyfriend then. I had to dump him and
Mm.
then move to Philippines. But first, I lived in. I think I went around Asia. I went to 1 month in China. I backpacked, and then we went to Malaysia, Hong Kong. It was just a fun journey, and I really needed to do that for me to really grow and to be ready for a, a really really big and a life changing opportunity like Binibining Pilipinas.
Oh, before Drew goes to the pageant side, just want to hear a
Okay.
little bit about your
Uh
background
huh.
in China because I'm a little bit curious about what you did there. You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of people have strange notions or probably negative image about China in general, but for someone who had
Mhm.
backpacked, continental China, how was it there when you were journeying
Oh,
around?
it was during that time it was around the time when there were controversies between Japan and
Mm,
China, Manila and Hong Kong.
yeah.
So I had to pretend I was Singaporean.
Oh.
Singaporean Canadian. That's what I had to say. And I was backpacking with my ex-boyfriend's mom because we were very, very close. We're best friends. And she brought me and because she's Canadian as well, she was also like too Canadian to be Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both like, be careful what we're doing. So just imagine it's like two little, like Canadian, me and an older woman, double my age. We were very, very careful when we were, but we enjoyed. We had so much fun. We joined a tour bus. They were all Canadians, and we went from south of China to north of China, and we went to all of those really majestic, almost fairy tale like
Mm.
palaces of in China, in northern area. And to the point where we reached a part where it's almost closer to the border. So there were a little bit we were more like where we were using na the coats,
Yes, because it's cold up
and
there, the
it's super
desert.
cold. And they would talk to me in Chinese because they think I was
Or
Chinese.
You could be Chinese actually in the northern part of China because we
Yeah.
have more Turkish and Mongolian mix there.
Yes. Like a little bit Russian almost, but with like my eyes. And I was like, wow, they're so beautiful. My God, Stephen. They were so beautiful. I
There are
can't,
so many
I
beautiful
was
Chinese
like, oh
north.
my God, they look like a mix of like Russian, Chinese, and Spanish
Yeah.
in one person. And they don't even know they're beautiful. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
they
how do
don't.
you
They
not?
don't. That's true.
They
That's true.
don't. And they're just there,
Yeah.
living normally. And I saw them, they were cutting like chicken. They were cutting the heads. And I come from the province. I grew up with a sabongero, like, like my grandpa was
Sabongero.
sabongero. I
Oh,
know how to
sabongero.
sabong.
Sabong.
So I wasn't like, oh my God. And then I have to pretend, oh my God, I'm scared. But really I wasn't. The rest of the Canadian were all freaking out because it was literally like beside the street. And he was just like cutting it, cutting it. But I didn't feel any like discrimination, no prejudice, nothing. I enjoyed the countryside in China.
Mm.
And I think that time that was the very first few 5 years of the government trying to see how the tourism will work.
Mm,
So,
they were very
mm,
active. No, not active is not the right term. I think they were very aggressive in terms of tourism promotion
tourism.
because even Miss World was held in the desert in Ordos, northern China, in Inner
It
Mongolia,
was so,
2012.
have you seen it? It's so pretty, right? Can you
Yeah,
imagine? There was some acrobats and like just amazing Circus du Soleil type in the middle of the mountain.
mhm.
I was watching a Cirque du Soleil type in the middle of the mountain. I was sitting on the rocks and they were performing on top of rocks. And I'm like, how do you,
Do
how?
that.
I was really amazed. I was really, really amazed. And I really, really, as much as some Filipinos may say, oh, you don't, want to go there. Uh, Once in your lifetime, you might want to see the countryside
That's
of
true.
northern China
Yeah, even
because
southern and
it's
central China,
amazing.
it's a really very beautiful country. I was there in
It is, it is.
2007. I told myself to go back, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it. But it is, it is a country with many countries. That's what
Yes.
I could say. It's really
Yeah.
huge and it's
And
beautiful place.
I think now it's really busy because they have opened the borders. Before they've only opened it for like Chinese heritage tourists,
Mhm.
people with, Chinese background. And we went, they were all like Chinese from different countries.
Mhm. Uh, oh, I think.
Koreans, but I think now it's so much like there's too many people.
Hopefully, after this whole COVID-19 thing, like we'll be able to go back
Yeah.
to traveling. China is just around there, you know.
Yeah, because like when I was there, I was so like I was very what do you call this? I was impressed by the government, implementation of their tourism, and I was like, we should do that in the Philippines. And
Mm-hmm.
then that's when in 2013 they did the Wow Philippines. I no, not Wow, sorry, oh my God, so old. It was it was the more
Fun in
fun
the
in the
Philippines.
Philippines. Yes, and I was like, yes, thank God they have this because we really need it. And in the Philippines, it's more raw, it's more beautiful, it's more fun, really. And I love it in the Philippines because when you travel, there's only one weather. You don't have to change
You
anything.
don't, yeah,
You can just, and then you can just bring like a small backpack,
yeah, and you
and
can
just
just find it
because
in
you
the
can
market
find
anywhere.
anything. Yeah, exactly. You can find clothes, you can find shorts, panties, anything as a backpacker. Just bring us like your passport and money. That's
That's
it.
true. That's true. I could
And
attest to that.
and plus, I didn't have to. I was almost mugged in Malaysia.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah. So
Toyota was mugged in Malaysia.
right,
Hmm.
where in Malaysia?
Kuala Lumpur. I know
Oh
in
my
Georgetown. I
God.
think. I think it was
I
in
was
Georgetown.
me. It was Chinatown of KL.
Hmm.
And
Even you would say that in the Philippines that thing would happen, but it would happen probably in
no,
the
I
least.
lived in Cubao. I lived in
You were never
Cubao.
mugged.
I was never mugged. I
See,
would take I would take the Jeep. I would take the tricycle. I would walk from 20th Avenue to the subway. I never got mugged. And you know what? Because maybe it's more fun in the
it's
Philippines.
more. Okay, Drew, let's go now to your pageant talk.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
sorry.
meant
That was
you
scary.
mentioned China earlier, and I
Mm,
remember that in 2012, you competed in a pageant in China, Miss
yes.
Tourism, Miss
Yes.
Tourism Queen of the Year International, I think. So
Was it the same
I
pageant
forgot.
won
I
by
think in the year.
Lauren
I think the
Bautista?
one in the year.
yeah, the Miss Tourism Queen of the Year International.
That's the
So
one
when you,
won by Lauren Bautista, right?
yeah, I think so.
I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I
so when
forgot.
you compete,
Oh my
you
God. Let me just
joined
say
with.
this. I forgot about this
Uh,
experience. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
don't worry, I'm not gonna ask the experience naman na that. So
No,
when
no,
you
no, no.
competed in Binibini,
No,
yeah,
no,
go
you can
ahead.
ask me. You can ask me. My experience in China as a candidate for the Miss Tourism, it was
Uh,